Hey Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the WB Mason's Coaches Report with Abby Morgan. I'm Rob Joyce, joined by Abby Morgan, the head coach of the Hofstra Pride Women's Lacrosse team. Coach, thanks for the time. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Now, Coach, after 8 days off, you go into conference slate full-time, 2 games this weekend, a loss at James Madison, then 23-7 over George Mason. So we'll start with Friday at JMU, down 9-2 at the half. Then you outscored the Dukes the rest of the way. So what changed in that second half?
Well, we came out very flat, came out, very tentative, and that was something you can't do against any team in our conference, especially JMU. They're very aggressive, get after the ball, and we only had 2 shots in the half, so we were not holding on to the ball when we had it and not getting it as much as we should. So in the second half, I think you see that clock ticking down and you see that you don't have much time left, and I think that flipped the switch in our team, and that has happened for the last 4 games that we've played better in the second half and definitely the last 10 minutes. So we really needed to change that, and we did that on Sunday.
In that second half, freshman Kelsey Gregerson in net for the second half after getting a start against Ohio State the week before. What was the biggest improvement you saw from her from game 1 to game 2?
I mean, she really she does a solid job, and I think that because she was only in there for a half and not a full game, she didn't have those lulls that she had when she was in for the full Ohio State game. But anytime she's in the cage, she's getting great learning experience. I mean, Jackie is someone to definitely learn from, and more than anything, we needed, Jackie wasn't playing awful in there, we needed a spark for our team, we needed to switch things up on them, and it worked, but we got the ball a lot more in the second half, and that's really what we needed. We didn't have the ball in the first half, and in the second, we won some draw controls, we fought harder on our ride and got the ball back, and as soon as we had it, we pushed fast break and we shot to score, and that was a difference from the first half.
And then on Sunday at George Mason, 23-7 win, nearly 24 goals. Needless to say, the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, we actually, like I said, those last 5 games have been the last 10 minutes where we've just turned it on. So we actually started the game how we end the last 10 minutes. So we put ourselves in our high pressure defense. We put ourselves in, really push fast break to get goals quickly, and we did. And that was really, we needed that mindset change, but we did do things strategically to put them into that mindset. We changed up our warm-up, just tried to get a fresh slate from one day to the next, and we did it against a team that was going to come out swinging for us. I mean, it's CAA play, so to put up that many numbers felt good for our team, and to everybody be a part of it was a nice change.
How important was it to finally get back in that win column?
Huge. I mean, we had talked about, you want to feel that good feeling, and we hadn't felt it in a long, long time. And, even us walking over to the team after the game, there were smiles. And, as soon as we got there, they kind of sat up straight, and I said, no, feel it, feel that win as long as you can, because we need that confidence as much as anything right now.
The freshman Britton Altamari, 7 points, 3 goals, 4 assists. Was this kind of her coming out party for the rest of the CAA?
She's really been very consistent, and she's been very even with goals and assists. It's something that we didn't know coming in, that she would have as many assists as she did. I mean, she was a very talented high school player, and one that had a lot of goals, way more goals than she had assists in high school. And now playing with other talented players, she's able to show her vision when, in her high school days, not as much. Putting that ball in somebody else's hands was not part of the strategy. So it's nice to see her have that. It's something we didn't expect, and I think, the working together on our offense, Britt has done a fabulous job of making other people look good.
Now this weekend you have 2 games against Towson down there, and then return home against Delaware. Against Towson, obviously known for their defense, Mary Teeters in net. What's going to be the key to get them past her?
Yeah, their defense is very tough. Dembski, another defender, is tough for them. We need to move that defense around as much as possible and keep our pace up. That's something for our team that is, as soon as we slow down, even one person slows down, everybody does. So we need to keep that pace up, keep moving the ball, and that will help us move Mary Teeters around a little bit more and hopefully get some more options where she's not seeing the ball the whole way. That's when she's really good, is when a 1v1 is coming straight at her, and she doesn't have to move much besides use her very quick hands. So we need to move the ball around a lot on her to get some open space.
Then on Sunday you get Delaware here at Schubert Stadium. They're 2-1 in the CAA so far. What do you see from them?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because you looked at the CAA and Delaware's a team that didn't have much success in their non-conference schedule, and obviously neither did we, and they're coming in being 2-1 and us 2-1 as well. So it's a perfect example of how non-conference gets thrown out the window once you start conference play. And Delaware has slowly but surely, and we've seen a lot of film on them early in the season as well, found their niche, and they have a very small team right now. They don't play a lot of players, and they've started to work together really well. So we're going to have to break that up with some strong defense. And really for us, it is keeping that pace and having the ball a lot more. So those draw controls, those ground balls, all those hustle stats are the most important for us in terms of hopefully getting some success.
Now, what does your team need to do to go 2-0 this weekend?
It is really working hard on those 50-50 balls. I mean, this week in practice, we talked about how quality over quantity of time. Last week when we had our practices, I mean, we had things on the schedule and we did them hard, we did them fast, we did them intense, and our practices were a lot shorter. And you want that during CAA play because you don't want to, Friday, Sunday is tough on everybody's bodies, but when you get the work that you need to get in and you get it done quickly, intensely, and get it quality, then there's no reason to be out there for 2.5 hours. So that's important for us, and our start is going to be the biggest thing that lays the table for everything else. If we come out strong, and that's how we'll continue throughout the game. So those first 5-10 minutes are the most important for our team.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hofstra fans, for joining us inside the WB Mason's Coaches Report with Abby Morgan.